Good day, everybody. Hope you're doing well. Welcome to the live stream. A couple of things I want to go over today. First of all, it's obviously going to be Bitcoin. We had quite a crash. We had quite a crash over the last 2 days. A little bit expected. However, I did not expect the altcoin market to be dragged down right with Bitcoin this severely. However, it's probably a good thing that this happened. We had a really, really sharp correction now opposed to a slow and gradual decline over the next couple of weeks. So that is definitely like a really positive thing. I think this will be a short-lasted correction, and we should very soon be on our way back upwards. So first of all, I would like to make a quick note here. I launched together with some companions our new website, cryptocampus.com. You can see it on screen right here. And we will be doing most of these streams on our Discord. So what I'm going to do here is go over the market globally, show you the big picture, and then take it in depth for the members to our Discord. So make sure to go to the website cryptocampus.com, join the Discord. It's completely free. Of course, we also have a premium version, but go check it out and go and sign up because you do not want to miss this. First of all, Bitcoin. It's been quite painful, hasn't it, the last day, especially for future traders, people on leverage like me. A blow like this is sometimes very, very hard to take. However, if you use your stops and hold yourself to the rules that we set here, which means no higher than 3x, everything should be fine. Things are still, like this retrace is only a 20% retrace. If you compare that to the previous retraces we had, I'm talking 31% here, talking 26% here. It isn't really all that bad now, is it? What I do note here is that Bitcoin is slowly but surely becoming more stable. The declines are less steep, the rallies are less intense, and this means, to me at least, that the market is maturing. It is now entering like the big currencies stage, where things are still volatile, but they will become less and less so over the next couple months. Let us go to the 4-hour chart real quick. I don't really have a lot of interesting things to report here. I believe this was pretty much the dump. If you compare this to 2017, which I really want to do, or I should say, 2017, we can see that we had something similar. Go over to the USD, Bitstamp, because we have more market data there. When we are doing analysis, I like to work with market data from the past. You can see that we had a similar appearance as to what is happening now. And, this happened in August, September of 2017. You can see that rather than, following this steep incline that Bitcoin had followed over the course of the last couple months, there was a gradual increase. At one point, there was a peak, and then we had like this massive, massive correction, 39%. Of course, those were more volatile days, so I don't believe we will reach these numbers at all. But I do want to show you what I have in mind for Bitcoin for the course of the next, month, maybe 2 months, maybe even 3. And that is slow sideways actions, such as depicted here. No new all-time highs, just ranging. And this goes well hand in hand with the theory that I have for altcoins, which is that we will see a massive, massive altcoin rally. If we look at this price action, Bitcoin is no longer going up and down like crazy. It's staying around the same levels. And this really clears the path for altcoins to shine. And for this, I would like to represent the total 2 chart. And the total 2 chart basically shows us all the altcoins combined, excluding Bitcoin, in one chart. I actually drew these Fibonacci levels before we broke out. So far, we've been holding to them pretty well. And it is remarkable. It is remarkable how much this resembles Bitcoin. If we go over to Bitcoin, and let's take up this chart. I have a similar setup. And what I would like to show you is, the phase at which we're at right now. Bitcoin broke the all-time high, went straight through the first Fibonacci level, topped out somewhere in the middle of nowhere for some reason. It dumped back. This became support, and after that we had a pretty much like 122% rally. Now, if we take this chart and just set it straight against total 2, you can see that we have the exact same setup here. We broke the first Fibonacci level, the 1618. We managed to close out in the middle of nowhere here. There's no reason this should happen, but apparently it did. I would have liked to see the stop just a little bit higher. And now this is going to turn into support. And support should be somewhere around 750 billion all the way up to 900 billion. We're going to set a bottom here. And also, I believe that we will pretty much mirror Bitcoin as we've done in the past and set like a 100% rally. So alts are absolutely set to shine. The thing is, I don't think they will for the next couple days. Like this was a pretty severe crash. People have to have some time to recover. Maybe not only financially, but also emotionally. Because this is a time where many people get emotional. And when that happens, you will see the price go up and down because, all these coins are exchanging hands from people who panic sell, people who are smart and buy. And this is a process that usually takes a couple of days, if not weeks. I'm not saying we will stay just hovering here for weeks, but at least for this week, I don't have high hopes that we will break out the previous stop. Then I would like to discuss Ethereum, because Ethereum is pretty much the pinnacle of alts. I'll go over to Bitstamp, and once again, I'm just going to clear this. This is all old stuff. We're going to take our Fibonacci retracement, pull out this entire move top to bottom, and this should give us some levels to work with. Now, same story, isn't it? We broke the all-time high. Let me mark it for visual appearance. Just gonna paint it black. There. Managed to break out top here, somewhere in the middle of nowhere. Resistance became support, and we are now like hovering around the 618, and this is good. But what I would like to see is a weekly close above the 1618. Weekly closes above those Fibonacci levels are really, really a bad thing. So, we've got plenty of days left. We've got 6 days left for that to happen. And I believe everything should be fine. So for Ethereum, I think, this dump is pretty much done. However, I do have to note here that we only briefly touched the previous high, and I would like to see some price action around these levels. So if you are interested in getting Ethereum, you might want to do so between the levels 2030 USD and 2200 USD. Buy ranges are very important. I never have one set dollar value that I buy at. I like to spread my buys just so that I get like a good average. That's very important, a good average. And after that, we should pretty much see one straight line up to 3,500 and above. And like there is something that I would like to note here. And I'm going to take LTC as an example. We just had major breakout patterns across the board on the blue chips, talking Ethereum, Litecoin, BNB, everything. And when that happens, when people see something like this, where you have a multi-year pattern, 2 years, this resistance has been into play, it broke out. At that point, everybody and their families, their friends will start going long. Most people went long around these levels, so somewhere between 5,000 and 5,500 satoshis. They take leverage longs. What happens? There's a dump. Everybody gets liquidated because this is where people go on high leverage because they don't want to miss out. And we are going to have to retrace. So what I expect for Litecoin is to hang around these levels just for a bit before continuing the bull rally. And this is just so everybody gets liquidated. This is how it works, because you need to have like as few people as possible on leverage longs in order for big rallies to work. When this is how that happens, this is how everybody gets pushed out of their longs and basically gets liquidated and miss out on the entire run. Targets for Litecoin sitting around 6,700 and 8,935 satoshis to start with. Personally, I think this could end anywhere. I'm looking for $1,000 on the USD chart, and that is where my main target will be set. So yeah, like lots of things happening, lots of things going on. What I would like to show you as a last thing before we switch over to Discord is the Bitcoin dominance chart. And the Bitcoin dominance chart basically represents the share that Bitcoin has in the overall market. And as you can see, for the last 2 years, Bitcoin comprised 64% of the overall market. And alt seasons only happen when the Bitcoin dominance plunges. Now, we have seen this today. In hindsight, this was a very obvious thing to happen because we have a very, very clear bottom right around the 52% level. And, there is going to be some turbulence here. In order for the real alt market to start, this is going to have to drop all the way down to 37%. And it will. I'm very, very convinced of that. Just going to take a little bit of time. And this is only a good thing, because it means there is a whole lot of gas left in the tank for us to basically have a big alt party and really, really make it. I don't mean just make it, really make it. And that's what we're all going to do. We're all going to make it. Just make sure to hang on through this dump. Don't panic sell, make wise decisions, do some research, take your time, and get your portfolio set up for the next big leg up. What I would like to do now is invite everybody over to Discord. We're going to continue our talk there. And obviously, thank you for watching. I hope you like it. Make sure to subscribe, like, and don't forget, join a community. Cheers.